Alright, hey guys, it's Drew. I'm gonna try not to ramble so much with this video, but as you guys can see, I'm in the studio today, and I just want to kind of catch you guys up on what's going on. So, New World Comic Con happened, OCAV happened, and I went to All Aboard in Muskogee. So, I released the first issue of the Indomitable Leobrand. A looks good, don't it? So, from the last video that you guys saw, um, I was in the process of cutting these and getting them ready for all the cons. Needless to say, it was a success. So, my venture as a indie comic book publisher is a success in the right of that I can make and create my own comics. I'm a one-man army and I have the comic to prove it. Issue 2 is coming up soon, and right now I'm working on colors. So once colors are done, of course, all the editing and all the text layout comes out next, and then hey, we have issue 2. I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself to a specific date or time. I'm just gonna try my best to get it done, make the art look better than issue 1. The art in issue 1 looks good, but again, this channel is always dedicated to my artistic journey. So if I just level up mid comic, that's just what you guys are gonna have to get until I hit a plateau. Um, but again, with all of this, a cool thing about being on this journey has just been the kids that have come to my booth and that have, you know, came and purchased like my stuff. The one big thing at the booths that I've noticed, I got these made, uh, my own trading card packs, and these just are like mini versions of all of my art prints just turned into trading cards for people to have. And these were my best sellers. So again, thank you to everybody that bought these, because I mean that's just good. That's just confirmation right there. Um, so just having all those kids just come and just like enjoy my products, that's what I do this for. Because at one point in time, I was a kid trying to do all this by myself. I still am doing all this by myself, and it's working. Like it's working. And I just find myself like being that 8-year-old kid just in my room, just drawing in his notepads and just creating his own trading cards and creating his own comics and his own characters. I've been doing this since I was a kid, and now that I'm adult and I can take it a little bit further than my child self can, I definitely am, and I'm going to continue to do so. Um, so just seeing all the kids that came up, they enjoyed my stuff, they liked my art. It was just an awesome feeling, having kids come up to me and see that, what I'm doing, that they can also do, and they can also be in the same arenas that I'm in currently, even at their age, and probably even 5 to 10 years down the line. The best thing about that was like, even going back home, just seeing kids and I had one girl come up to me and show me her sketchbook. She really watches a lot of Has Been Hotel. She watches it so much, and her art, you can see it all through her art style. Um, but again, like when I was her age, the art style that I was following was Avatar for a good long time, like for a good while. Avatar was my jam, and that's literally what I stepped into. And then going into high school, I stepped a little bit more into Type Kubo's from Bleach's art style. And from there, I kind of rocked that until, I started like getting into college, and I started actually really like learning my history, learning like who the people in the game are, like Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, who else was a big name, the guy that created Invincible. His mind escapes me right now, but Dave Finch, Todd Knott, all these people essentially just figuring out who is, at a certain pinnacle in their comic journey and career. And just having that moment to connect with kids and show them that this comic dream isn't so far off as they think. It's really not. I did this without Kickstarter. I hope to do Kickstarter soon, but right now I figure issue 1 probably didn't need a Kickstarter. Probably when I create any of these comics, I probably won't do a Kickstarter just for the release, cuz I was able to do a release by myself and it's selling well. So a Kickstarter for this reason isn't justified in my eyes. If I can do this by myself without the need of a Kickstarter, without the need of a large company to make my own comics, then I'm just going to continue to do what I'm doing. The only thing I need to work on is marketing. Um, Shout out to Mr. DeJohn Johnson. Hopefully, I got his name right. But I had met this man in at All Aboard in Muskogee. He put me on game. So again, thank you for the advice. Thank you for the wisdom. It was greatly appreciated, and it will not be put to waste. So again, thank you so much. Uh, Again, so like a cool little thing with, let me talk about OCAF just a little bit. So OCAF was pretty cool. It was the first of its kind. And if I can secure a spot next year, I'm going next year because that place was awesome. I've never been to the Oklahoma Art Contemporary. It was pretty cool. Just seeing all the exhibits, like all the local comic creators and artists, some out of towners and some out of staters were there. But the the focus was a little bit more geared towards local artists, which was awesome because hey, I got to be there and I got to be one of the first. So again, thank you to the OCAF staff again for even allowing me to have the opportunity. A cool little souvenir that we got was the Artist Alley trading cards. So this is what I did for mine. I had blended Artie with Gear 5 Luffy, and I kind of made this little trading card. I should have sent him like the regular artwork without the border, but I feel like the border kind of works a little bit because you see the speech bubble like in this, like it kind of looks like the card is saying it, but and then it also has my name there, and then like also my Instagram tag. So if people can see me and come find me, then I felt like it was worth it, honestly, to have this design versus like just having the standard card art. They ended up giving me about 3 packs of cards of these cards. They gave me about 3 packs of these, but I opened one, of course, and then I got a bunch of copies of my personal cards. But I had a lot of people come up to my booth and they wanted to grab a card because a lot of them didn't get my card. I had noticed in the pack that I had opened that um, my card wasn't inside of the pack. I don't know if my card is actually inside of these 2 packs, but if my card isn't inside of these at all, then it's kind of like, oh, so the only way that they were going to get my card was if they came to my booth. But some people actually did. I don't know. Again, it's a trading card pack, so who knows? Your chances are going to be random, and that's personally what I like about trading cards so much. That's why I made my own. Um, Also, shout out to Jason Sears of Book of Designs on Instagram. He's the guy that made these, and he did a phenomenal job. He did a phenomenal job, guys. So again, thank you to Jason. It was awesome getting to meet you. Hopefully, I can actually work with you here in the future. Um, what else, guys? What else? Sorry to bump my ears. uh, but Oh yeah, so issue 2. I'm currently working on issue 2. I'm getting coloring done today. So currently it is 11:10 a.m. After this video, or after a couple more videos that I'll be recording like this, um, that I'll be starting on getting the issue 2 covered, and then after that, after probably getting a couple pages done if I can today, um, I will be working on A short story. So I am a part of a Facebook group called the Black Artists and Writers group on Facebook, and we had a challenge this week. And this week's challenge was to create a one-page comic. I had pitched this idea, and I already got my submission in. We have until Friday of this week to get it done, but I already got my script done and posted. So I had went with a Star Wars storyline with a character named Gen Obata. Uh, if you guys check it out, maybe I'll post it other places. Maybe I'll post it on YouTube. I don't know. But if you guys actually like it, then maybe I'll do more and develop this character a lot more and make this like a small little series on this channel. Uh, what else? What else? What else we got coming down the pipeline? Well, resting is definitely one of those things. I want to go out and do more comic conventions and just more events, but it was a lot. There was a lot of last minute prep, like things that I did, going 2 to 3 days without sleep, um, and creating products off the fly. Like when I found out that OCAF honestly was creating trading cards, and that's Artist Alley's trading cards, and this is what they were going to do. Like I didn't know that this was going to be the final result, but trading cards sounded fun, and I wanted to test myself to see if I could make my own trading cards, regardless, because I kind of want my own trading card game, and it worked. It worked. Uh, who who knew? Like staying up to 4 a.m., ounces and ounces of coffee, and just a small concept, you can create a good prototype and see how well a prototype does. So yeah, so coming down the pipeline, uh, I think I am going to go ahead and create my own trading card game. While I was at OCAF, somebody did ask me if I were to create a trading card game and create a rule system and everything else like that. If I were to create my own trading card game, what would I do and what would be the rules? So I decided I'm going to create my own trading card game and uh, try to see like what it does and how I can do an improve. Oh, speaking of which, on the speaking of the trading card game, 1 second. All right. So one thing about me is, when I figure out how to do something, uh, I can move pretty fast. So again, since I got those trading cards done for myself, and again, these are available at okidokicomics.com. You can get these now. You can also get the first issue of the Indomitable Leobrand now at okidokicomics.com. But again, I got those trading cards done, and I am planning to create my own trading cards. And where I think it's right here. Yep. Sorry, again, resting. I need to clean my office because it's not bad, but right now I have all my con stuff out, and I need to create storage for it. But so this is kind of like a little sneak peek behind the scenes. I'm gonna make another video kind of talking about this, but again, I want to create my own trading card game, and so I decided to create my own trading card game. So this is the first couple of cards that I got, and this is like the main idea and premise, and like here's all the art that I'm gonna have for these cards. But I have them all ready and sketched up, and I even have some prototypes ready. So right now I'm calling them table crash cards. I do have a name for these, but that's going to come later. And one big thing with me when it comes to anything that I do, if I'm inspired, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Prime example. Prime example. You can do it too. Prime example right here. Prime example. You can do it too. Now, thing with me when it comes to just being fast, I already have a working name for this, and when I'm inspired, I will go ahead and just go ahead and do it. So some side things, some things that I personally am going to be working on, not only as being a professional comic artist now. Um, of course, I'm going to be starting my own trading card game. And along with that, I have a secondary YouTube channel, well, a third YouTube channel that I will be kind of started posting on that channel. Um, I will be using that channel just for, again, not only will I be having this artist journey, but I will also be having, a trading card game player journey as well. I've been thinking about doing that for a little while now, and I've really, really gotten into the One Piece TCG, and I kind of want to start like playing professionally. I never got like basically what I'm doing is reclaiming all of my childhood as an adult essentially, and just taking it a lot further than where adult me could take it versus where kid me could take it. Um, but again, I got like a full deck. Me and Thomas have already like played a couple rounds. It plays easy. It's just I just need to get the rules kind of ironed out a little bit more. And I got sidetracked, but again, if I'm inspired by something, then I'm just gonna go ahead and make it. Another thing that I also want to get into, besides the trading card thing, is I would like to start becoming a little bit more professional dungeon master. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for about 3 years now. I've DM multiple groups, none to story completion quite yet, which is a sad thing sometimes. But people have lives. What can you do? But I played this game for about 3 to 4 years now. I started before the pandemic, so oh no, 5 years. Time flies. Uh, but I've been playing for 5 years now, and Dungeons and Dragons was the main catalyst for me to start writing my comics because I started playing games. It helped me start world building. It helped me start crafting narratives for characters, and I don't know, it allowed me to start playing in a world from my imagination, which definitely sparks up a lot of things. If you have been on the internet for the past year or so, if you watch Critical Role, shout out to you guys, Critical Role. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully one day I get to meet you guys. That would be so stellar. But if you guys know who they are, they just released Daggerheart. That's a pretty big thing. And not only did they release Daggerheart, but you know, along with all of my Dungeons and Dragons books that I have over here, you know, I personally just picked Daggerheart up. So, alongside of my journey with being a professional dungeon master, I will be using Daggerheart to create my own campaign frame. And not only will I be making my own campaign frame, but there's a lot of things that I had planned out in the past that I'm going to be start moving on now. So, yes, after a certain point in time, I think probably I'm gonna go with once the first arc of the Indomitable Leobrand is over with, then I will fully like take some time and start porting everything. I will start porting the Indomitable Leobrand into Daggerheart. That way, people can start playing the Indomitable Leobrand as a tabletop role playing game. And that's something that I had planned since the inception of this comic. Because again, Critical Role, you guys inspired this, and I just thought it was just a cool concept. And then you guys freaking made Daggerheart, and I was like, oh my god, the stars are aligning. It's happening. So that's just something else I wanted to kind of just throw out there. These are things that I kind of just want to work on to just like kind of fulfill my career. Just being an artist and being an artist and a writer, um, being a director, a screenwriter, a game creator, developer, a game developer. You know, all these different things like are kind of within my wheelhouse, and I may not know certain skills, but I know if I have a vision and if there's a will, there's a way, and I can learn about it, I definitely will be able to do it. Again, case in point, you guys are seeing what I'm doing. But, anyways, that's all I had for this video. I'll probably be recording the next video here in a second, so I'll be in the same fit. I'll be in the same place as always. But, anyways, it's Drew. Love you guys. Peace.